Hello, happy Friday. It's Bernadette. If you've never watched me before, I am a clairvoyant life and business strategist, mentor, coach, and healer. And I wanted to jump on tonight. I'm in Seattle. We are having like what everyone keeps calling us the snowpocalypse, which I'm really not understanding since I moved back here from Colorado. It's really not that big of a deal. I have to adjust my lighting. It's a little too bright and shiny in my face. Oh, that's so much better. Better. Hello, Levy. How are you, Janine? Hi, Laura. Hi, Valkyrie. Hi, Aliciana. Hi, Ashley. Say hello when you get here. We're going to talk about your personal growth, your spiritual development, how to get out of the lack mentality so that you can actually expand into abundance, into a place of living a way more happy, fulfilled, functional life. I did not know just moments ago what we were going to talk about, and I never do. And then Spirit always prompts me to come on. I literally had to put my hair in a ponytail because it was just scraggly and hanging out. And it's just a weird time right now here in Seattle. So I was just like down for the count, cuddling up looking for movies. And apparently some of you need some encouragement and upliftment. So I am here to do that for you and as many people as I possibly can. I only ask one thing of you: share this video, share my page, but certainly this video, because there are a lot of people right now that need to hear this stuff. They need to hear about becoming powerful creators in their own lives. They need to hear these spiritual principles. A lot of people are walking around right now in this place of feeling like there's something missing. There's something that they're missing, right? Like there's something they don't know, but they don't know what it is they don't know. And how can we, right? You can't know what you don't know. A lot of you have a lot of things that you don't know that you don't know. I have things that I don't know that I don't know. And the only way that we can learn those things is when we come to an understanding of who we really are, and we take our time to meditate, to pray, to journal, and to study. So I'm glad that I'm here then for you, Aliciana. So that's where I come in, right? I come in to channel spirit as best I can, as clear as I can. I am really good at taking spiritual principles, quantum physics, and universal law and simplifying it in such a way that you guys get it and can apply it to your lives. I do this, like these live streams, I do for you, all of you, and even those who have yet to find me yet, as a way of feeding your souls, being there for you. Many of you, like me, don't go to church. And religion just doesn't do it for you, but you still need spiritual food. And while I am a spiritual teacher and an ordained minister, but I only use my ordination for marriages and counseling, I do it outside of the bounds of a church. So, there's lots of us little lights out there, and this is the way Spirit has me using mine. Thankfully, I've gotten to the point where I'm comfortable within myself and with myself to jump on live stream and video, and I'm transparent. Like I don't have a fear of transparency, so I can come on here and invite you guys into my home, into my office, and share these truths with you. All I ask is that you share them with others too, because I hate that there are so many people that are lost and suffering right now. So let's get to it. Thank you, Bernie, for messaging me always right at the right moment so that I had a clear indication as I was coming to my office as to what needed to be addressed tonight. I have the capacity, even as an empath, because I protect my energy so much, to ride above the energies. And while they do hit, Like they just kind of hit and move past me. I don't typically sink into them. But I do know, hi Heather, hi Debbie. I do know when they are hitting. I don't, I don't know unless I talk to some of you how hard they're hitting, and how you guys are actually processing it, because everyone processes it differently. There has been a whole lot of mental energy this week because of the moon being in Pisces. I don't even know where the moon is right now. I've not had time to look at astrology. I've been pretty busy. Plus, I've just kind of today been cruising because of the snow. And because it's cold and because I felt like it. And that's kind of the life that I have is I get to wake up and ask Spirit, what are we doing today? And today Spirit said, we're going to work and we're going to take it easy today and watch what's unfolding on the world scene, which I have, and I'm greatly appreciative of. And I'm excited for the changes that are coming, and there are many. And I've had the opportunity and honor of doing a few really cool readings today for some of you. And apparently we have some orbs already appearing and wanting their presence to be known. Really cool live stream the other night. I'm still not over that one. And the angel appeared. But some of you, your mental energy, because of the moon in Pisces, because we're in a place of growth and expansion, and bringing balance, right? Bringing the balance from, and I've told you guys this in this 3-year body, mind, spirit, right? Mental, emotional, and spiritual. All of these things within us, we're bringing it all together to form a new foundation for living. All of us are being infused with and hit with higher vibrational energy than we're used to living with. And it's pushing us out of our comfort zone, right? You just watched it? Yes, that was a good one. Hi, Jackie. When you get pushed out of your comfort zone, it's really easy to just want to, like a crab, crawl back into that hole of yours, that shell of yours, to the old ways, right? I want to tell all of you this. You are not going to be able to comfortably do that, nor should you want to, okay? For those of you who are experiencing financial lack, and I get that it's a big topic for a lot of people right now, there's a place where you need to, and this is what Spirit was telling me as I was coming on live, there's a place where you need to, in every moment and at the start of every day, declare out loud and repeatedly, this is a new day, right? Someone said to me right before I came on live stream, because it's bill time, because it's the first part of the month, stressing out financially, right? Trying to get out of lack, which I get, I understand. But your ego is saying we have a history with repeating this cycle of struggle around the beginning of the month when the bills are due. It's up to you to take control of that and say, but this is unlike any other day, any other month, any other time. You are not the same person you were last month around the same time. You are not the same person you were 6 months ago. You can shift and change your vibration at any given time. You can change who you're being right now in this state where the bills are yet to be fully paid, and take the energy of the divine being that you are. Put your hands in the air and receive everything the universe wants to give to you. I mean, truly, there's simple things that we can do to adjust our energy. If we sit there in a place where we're curled over and we're like, oh my God, it's that time of year, and we're tense, we not only start thinking lack and feeling it, we take on the energy of it. And I'm telling you guys, bust that one open, put your hands in the air like you're divine, like you're a god or goddess, right? Take on the divine energy. Put your hands out in a way of receiving and lift your eyes to the divine and let it come to you. Stop closing yourself off from it because you're thinking about what happened 6 months ago, a month ago, 2 weeks ago, right? Don't think in terms of what you don't have. What do I have? I am grateful for. And start naming every single thing. Every time your ego wants to pull you back to who you were last month, last week, yesterday, 2 hours ago, you instruct your ego clearly, that is not who I am right now. And that is not who I choose to be in this moment. In this moment, I declare my divinity. In this moment, I declare my abundance. In this moment, I declare my power as a co-creator with the universe. I declare that everything is fine, and so it is. But if you sit there and spin around, I don't know how this is supposed to go, I don't know how I'm going to get this stuff done, you will not. You will create a bigger pile of lack. Truly, you will just continue to burn away all of the things the universe wants to give to you. You can sit here and say to me, oh, that's easy for you to say, Bernadette. If you guys understood how my months roll financially, I never know what I'm going to make from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. I don't know. I just trust. And I don't know how I make it half the time, but I do. And I do gloriously. But now it's time for us to have more and to expect more and to invite more, because the more you have as a spiritual being, the more you have to share. The more resources you have to take care of yourself and your family, the more you have to share with others, the more you have to give. And it's just that place of being an empty vessel for things to flow through you. If you're judging things as being in a place of lack, you're judging yourself as being in a place of lack. You are only going to create that. So cut those ties. I'm not broke. I'm not in lack. That's not who I am. I'm an abundant divine creature, and I am here to receive all of it. And I cannot wait to see how my creator brings that in for me. This is exciting. This is exciting. I choose to remain in a place of faith. Faith and hope are two different things. Hope is having optimism. Hope will help you float. Faith is knowing and believing when you can't see it, but you know, right? You know it's coming. Not that hard to get there, you guys, but you're gonna have to quiet the voice of the ego. So use the tools you've been given, but remember who you are, right? I know it's hard sometimes. I get it, but it's only as hard as you make it, and it's only as hard as you allow it. Focus on what you're grateful for. Count your blessings, every single one of them. Every single one. If you have to count every single hair on your head and be grateful for every hair on your head, do that. Do that. Because you're not the one growing that hair. There is an energy that is helping you and all of your organs and all of your cells regenerate and grow. You don't need to understand how it's happening. You just have to be grateful that it is. That's how I make it every month in a business that has ebbs and flows. That's how I make it from day to day when I have needs and I don't know how they're going to be filled. I don't focus on the lack. I focus on anytime something leaves, it's making a space for something 10 times, 100 times better to enter, right? And because I expect something better is coming in behind whatever I've released, it always does. That is how expectation works. I know there's a lot of teachings within the law of attraction communities and within spiritual communities, and they're like, but expectation creates disappointment and suffering. No, it doesn't. I always expect that I'm protected, and guess what? I always am. I always expect that everything is working out for my highest good and to be a blessing to me, and it always does. I always expect when something showed up, it showed up as a messenger, as a lesson, as a point of growth for me. And that is exactly what it creates. I do not expect that things are there to hurt me. Now, does that mean that I never go under spiritual attack? Absolutely not. I've fought some big ass demons and they know me by name. But I also know that I'm powerful enough and knowledgeable enough to take that stuff on and put them in their place and send them running. I expect that the minute they recognize who I am and the spirit in me, God's Holy Spirit in me, they're going to be running because they know where I will send them. Well, I don't even joke around with that stuff. You're going to the abyss, and that is that. Like, we're not playing, right? But I stand in that power because my faith and my desire and my intention to walk a straight path with spirit, with angels, with God in control of my life. That means that I listen to that voice of spirit. Spirit says, get on a live stream. I get on a live stream. Spirit says, you go take care of that person that we just delivered onto your path. I don't question it. I go take care of it. I don't even ask how. I just do it. Spirit says, hey, send this person something. They need some help right now. I don't question it. I don't check my bank balance. I don't argue with them. I write the check. I send the check. That is how that works. And I always expect, because this is the promise that we have, as you give, more will come to you. And it always, always does. And that is always the way that I believe. You just have to get your head wrapped there, and you've got to get your ego to shut up, because your ego will say, well, that doesn't work. Hi, Kathy. But it does. And it works every time, and it works right on time, even if you think it's late. Sometimes we are taught patience. I've been through times where hi Sarah, times were tough and times were slim, and I'm like, it ain't gonna happen. Like, what the hell? Right up until the 11th hour and 59 minutes. I'm like, ah. And then it hits. Boom. That's how the house sale went for me. Right? Like, I literally was a month and a week away from the auction date on my house. And then it sold. And we closed. Like, it was right up to the wire. Did my ego kick in and say, Miss Manifester, how come you're not manifesting a buyer? Every single week it did. And every single week I combated that. I flipped that. I trusted that God was going to make everything okay. I accepted that, hey, if I have to lose this house and go into bankruptcy, not the worst thing. I'm okay with that. That was my biggest fear, because I'm hyper responsible with my bills. But I was carrying 2 mortgages, like rental here and my mortgage there in Colorado. Nobody's living there. Like, how do you do that as a single woman? Not easy, right? Things happen. My ego came in and said, you're being irresponsible. God's not going to get you out of this. I got attacked all kinds of ways with my head. I got spiritually attacked a few times, actually, with people I was dealing with their stuff and their demons, like literal demons. Kept my faith. And no joke, 11th hour and 59 minutes. House sold. Boom, let it go. And you have to have that kind of faith. Yep, total faith. Haven't worked in 2 years. No, you didn't do anything wrong, Debbie. If it was your first time applying for disability, that is the standard. That you have to appeal it. When you apply for disability, they play a game. Sometimes you have to appeal it twice. You have to have a lawyer or someone that is an advocate that can help you. They always generally disapprove your first application for disability. That's the way the system works. And if you don't have the resolve to keep fighting, keep believing, then you won't get it. But you have to appeal it. It's the way the red tape system works. I've walked many clients through having to apply, getting rejected, going through appeal. Yeah, it's not a big deal. And then your doctor has to send more information. It's just the way the system works. If it was easy to get on disability, more people would do it. It's not easy to get on disability, no matter how bad you are. It's just not. So you're going to have to appeal it and keep going. So keep going. It doesn't matter what, don't focus on the denial. Focus on your resolve. How are you going to fix this? How are you going to keep walking through if there's, you've exhausted every one of your resources? Then you're going to have to trust in God that something else he's leading you to something else. But truly, I went through like 3, maybe 4 accepted offers on my house under contract, and each one fell through right before closing, right up until the last one. And that one was a backup offer that was waiting. We got 24 hours before the people walked away from the closing table. Like, it's miraculous how that stuff happens. I just always expect things to work. People tell me, I don't know how you have that kind of faith. I have that kind of faith because why wouldn't I? I mean, I've faced some serious crap: colon cancer, leukemia, being pushed off the road, falling asleep at the wheel. Like, my life has been spared more times than I can count. Even by my own hand, God has stopped me from hurting myself. I'm always watched over, but it isn't because I'm special. And I want all of you to hear what I'm saying to you. Pay attention. You're special too. We are all equally special. We all have that. But because I say yes to spirit and I have faith, those miracles can happen in my life so much easier, right? I've done my work. I learned my lessons. When something doesn't work or something falls apart, I ask, what is this supposed to teach me? What am I supposed to be learning? What is this supposed to be redirecting me? Where do I need to pivot? I don't put it out there like, oh, some evil force is trying to hurt me, even when there are evil forces. I don't look at it like that. I'm like, oh, you need me to stand up and battle you and remind you of who you are versus who we are? We have authority here. We have dominion here. Let me remind you and send you back to the hell you belong in. Don't be messing with these people over here, right? I don't fall into the victim place. You got to get out of that place. So if you're dealing with money loss, you're dealing with love loss, you're dealing with health loss, you're dealing with bureaucracy, it doesn't matter. You have to claim the victory. You have to. But it doesn't always happen in the time you think it's supposed to happen. And sometimes we get tested. Sometimes, the world works its way and spirit works its way. We just have to keep going. And if then all the doors are closed, there must be another door opening. Maybe you just don't like the door that's open. Maybe you're in resistance, and that's what we have to look at too. I had to look at that many times in my life with relationships too. Lose a relationship breaks my heart. Oh my God. That's like, then, I look back years later and I think, thank God that thing ended. I realize how dysfunctional it was when I was in it, right? Results aren't going to be in your favor. There you go. You guys can't give up. Don't give up. And don't give in to the lack thing. Damn it. Go find as many pennies as you possibly can and start counting them and be grateful. I am grateful for this penny and the next and the next and the next. Like, be grateful. So funny. I'm thinking about pennies and there's a penny. So many times we don't even value the pennies, but you take 1,000 pennies and what do you have? Now you have $10, right? How many people discard pennies as nothing? You need to have a good relationship with money and not struggle with it, not fight with it, not have a contentious relationship with it. You have to be in a flow with it. It's just energy. It's not that we're worshiping the penny or we're worshiping the dollar. We're in a place of relationship and flow with it. And we have to be okay with having it and not having it be such a struggle to get it. It's just energy. Get out of the place of lack. I'll bet you guys go scrummaging through your cars, your wallets, your pockets, your laundry basket, and you'll find all kinds of money, those of you who are sitting in a place of lack. I'll bet you. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lillian. So that's what I have for you today. Spirit just wants to encourage all of you. It's so funny because while I'm sitting here in Seattle, and I came from, in fact, we moved in like the worst storm in like 30 years. I think some of you guys saw the pictures from that. Literally, like a 2-day move from Colorado to Washington State took us 7 days. We got we got delayed and stuck in 3 different places, and then we got the trailer that was towing, like, had my dad's car on it. He was driving the U-Haul, I was driving my 4Runner, and the U-Haul was pulling the car trailer coming down the pass towards Gresham, Oregon. After being delayed several days, the tire blew on the car hauler, and we were stuck on the pass for 6 hours waiting for a tow truck with no cell signal. And it was getting dark, and we were both down to a quarter tank of gas, and it was freezing, and they had shut the pass behind where we were, and cars weren't coming up. And I had to call 911 for them to patch us through to the U-Haul to get a tow truck that never showed up. And finally, I just told them, I don't care what you guys say, we're driving this thing down with, like, it's gonna be your rim, but I'm not waiting anymore. My family is up here. My father, my daughter, me, our dog. We're not staying on this pass. You've had 6 hours to get us a tow truck. It hasn't happened. We're driving down. And the guy said, absolutely, go for it. We'll give you a trailer. We'll put you up in a hotel till tomorrow morning. Drive carefully. Let us know as you go, when you get signal. It took us 2 hours to even get cell signal down that hill. But you know what? We made it. We got into a hotel that they paid for, woke up the next morning. They put us in a whole new trailer, got down safely. And that next day we made the rest of the drive into Seattle. It was a joke. And I mean, people here are freaking out right now because there's like 3 inches of snow. We were driving through like blizzards where every pass was getting shut down that we were going through, and we were the only ones on it without chains. Finally, we get chains, and then it blows the tire. Like, did I worry? No, I trusted. I pray things like, angels stick my tires to the road. God, keep us safe. And that's the kind of faith you need to have, not some of the time, all of the time. And then you can become a powerful manifester. You can't hold a shitty vibration and expect to manifest really good things in your life all the time. You have to hold a high vibration and only dip every now and then. Hold it here. You hold it here, that's where everything you want is. You've got to match the vibration. You have to know that everything's working out, right? Like, I literally knew, even though we were running out of gas on the middle of that pass 3 years ago in Gresham, on the pass coming down to Gresham, Oregon, we waited 6 hours. And I didn't freak out. I mean, I had to pee really bad. I think eventually I like dug a little igloo and went to the bathroom because it was like forever. But I didn't freak. I didn't like start crying and, oh my God, I'm going to die. We're going to die out here. Me and Bella, we played some tunes. We were playing games on our phone like solitaire, and, walked back and forth between our car and my dad's truck and did what we did. I knew. And then finally it was getting dark, and I'm like, I'm going to make this call. We're leaving. We're leaving. We're going down the hill. And we did. And you know what? The tow truck never came. Even after that, I found out that the tow truck guy that said he was going to come ended up going to some call like hundreds of miles in the other direction. It was ridiculous. So we would have got stuck on that pass had I not listened to my intuition and said, screw it. If U-Haul wants to have an issue with us, they can have an issue. We're going down the hill on a flat rim. You guys got to get there. Get there. It's up to you, and it's all in your mind. It's all in your decisions. It's all in your intentions. And the minute you can get there and hold it more times than not, things start moving super fast. That's simple. All right? I love you guys. I do. I want to see you succeed, but you got to get out of your heads and you've got to get to a place where you believe that what you want is already there in the air. It just needs to form in physical form and come to you. And the only way it can do that is if you can hold the vision of it and you can just know that you know that you know with every fiber in your being, and you're just relaxed and you're just excited to see how that thing shows up. Whether it's love or it's money or it's a job, whatever, or a cure, doesn't matter. Just got to get there. All right. So push on, you guys. Those of you who are done with Soul Fast or have done Soul Fast, you'll never be done with Soul Fast. Have gone through Soul Fast, get your butts in Charm Life if you want to get your life in that place where it's magical every day. Those of you who have not done Soul Fast, $27 only until Monday. Get your butts into Soul Fast. You have no excuse. No excuse. I just took my daughter to McDonald's and I didn't even get a meal because I was going to take the bread off the burger because I'm not eating bread. And $18 for a Whopper, or it was Burger King, a Whopper and some onion rings. And she had a Whopper meal and it was $18. I'm giving you guys a 30-day program with a video every day and exercise every day for 30 days for $27. There's no reason why you can't afford it. So yeah, get in it. It will start to shift your head. It will give you some of the tools to realize what the hell your ego is doing and get you moving beyond it. Do the work. And those of you that are in it, keep repeating it. Keep on top of your ego. The ego doesn't rest. The ego does not rest ever. I have to combat mine still. But, it's just part of the gig here. The ego puts you to sleep and puts you back into third dimensional. Life is only what you can see. No, spirits, the eyes of spirit with the mask of the ego removed is believing in what you can't see, and then it materializes. And that's how I want to live. And that's how I do live. And that's what I want to teach you guys. So I'll see you later. Enjoy your night. I'm going to go find some movie or something on Netflix to watch. Or maybe I'll just watch the news and see how it goes. I was watching it earlier. It was kind of cracking me up. But minds, you change it. Change your mind, change your emotions, and your reality will then change. All right, you guys, go. Share this video. Help some other people out too that are afraid to even share that they're going through turmoil because they're ashamed and they're walking in their egos and they didn't even know that that's ego. Share it with them so that they can get out of the hole that they've dug for themselves too. All of us need to lift other people up as we climb and as we expand. So I expect to see a bunch of shares from you guys from here on out. I love you. I'll see you later.